Okay, I don't know what happened last time, but hey guys, what's up? I'm here to talk to you about what can Berserk teach us about current world events. I'm your host, the Shadow 231, and in a nutshell, the world right now as we know it is drastically screwed. We have this mysterious virus that is the coronavirus. If you guys haven't heard about it, anyway, this virus is causing economic displacement, causing people to be in a lot of fear, myself included, because this thing could be very serious, right? Um, and it's also causing a lot of like interesting thoughts and topics, right? Like right now, people are discussing whether the virus was man-made, if it was some type of intentional thing done to destabilize the economy. Um, just a lot of nonsense out there, a lot of propaganda, a lot of real news and fake news. But the whole point is, it's put us in a very controlled situation by government, right? Where people are not allowed to go to certain places anymore. We are not allowed to go out as much anymore. Being military, we're not allowed to go to certain places, and the list goes on and on. But how does this tie into Berserk, you wonder, right? That's why you're here, so let's get into that. Well, if we look at what happened with the world when Griffith caused his pandemic situation where he linked reality and magic worlds together, right? Griffith, when he did that, he caused a pandemic similar to what we're going through right now. Not with a disease or famine, but with monsters, right? Think about it, like you're a regular person and you're seeing like fairies flying around, dragons in the sky and everything, you'd be freaking out. So in a sense, Griffith did something like that similar to Will. And then from there, if we remember from the manga chapters, people fled to Falconia because it was the only safe haven in on Earth right now. And if you weren't there, you're getting killed by these monsters and these magical creatures. And most humans in the world of Berserk have no way of fighting these things. And that is so true about this situation now because right now we are dealing with something that we cannot fight. If you look up online and the bigger talks about it, the reason why this virus is so dangerous is two reasons, right? It's because it spreads so easily and there's essentially no vaccine or cure for it. So if you get it, you pretty much have to hope and pray that your immune system is strong enough to fight against it and save you, or else you're gonna die, right? And see, like I'm on a little mask just in case. I have a little cough right now. But I think I'm fine. But if I'm not, I love you guys. Okay. But anyway, back to your story. So we look at Berserk, right? How do you change the world? You have to destabilize it, right? So let's look at it in terms of financial spectrum in the world of Berserk. Well, Berserk, Griffith wanted to destabilize the world not from a financial standpoint, but more from a hierarchy standpoint. So in order to do that, because there's so many kingdoms, you have to destroy all the kingdoms. So in the real world now, we have this financial system that's used to control people, and everything we do, especially as of late, has been with debt. If you want to get a house, you gotta get debt, car debt, student loans, all these things, right? The debt that we've built up since back in 2008 and beyond that, right, has become so astronomical that there's no way America or many other countries could pay off their own debts. And if there's some third party who didn't want America to be number one anymore, or who wanted to destabilize the world, all you have to do is throw the world in such a way where economic trade and relationships can't go on as they normally can. So it reminds me of the story of Berserk in the sense that Griffith, in order to destroy the world, he had to throw off the whole economic system that was in place in the world. And at that point in time, religion was big and stuff. But when you start seeing magical creatures, how can religion even play? Because then does your religion explain why I could see a freaking fairy right now? You know what I mean? So Griffith, in turn, he utilized, well, we'll use his virus or his magical situation to create a new world where he has full control and reign. So what can we learn from that, right? We see that Griffith that is coming down, and yes, this civilization. Yeah, yes. You see, thank you, man. Yeah, but with Griffith, when he destabilized the world and everybody had to come underneath his banner in his kingdom, what he starts doing there is he starts making rules like, hey, we're working with these monsters. We're like, oh my god, they're monsters, and you're like, yeah, they're monsters, but you're gonna work with them because I control them, and you're underneath my rule. If you want to be safe and you want to follow my systems, that's the only way you're gonna be safe. If not, you can leave my kingdom, but you already know what's gonna happen when you leave. Same thing is gonna start happening, right? You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go any of these places, you can't even get toilet paper anymore, right? First you start a pandemic, then somebody comes out as the sole savior, like, hey, you want to be safe? Use my stuff, or you have to come underneath my banner. Oh, hey. And then um, after you come underneath somebody's banner, then the next thing is you start giving away some of your freedoms and start succumbing to their ways. Right now, Griffith, we saw a chapter. I wish I could pull up the chapters on this live stream, but I can't. But anyway, we saw that Griffith had a meeting with his generals and the leaders, and they were talking about how they could make the world a better place, well, the city a better place by creating jobs and schooling and all these things. So it seems cool, but slavery is still slavery. So it's like a false pretense. So what I am saying is, let's look at our own real world now, based on what's happened in the world of Berserk, where Griffith has utilized his own crazy terrorist kind of deal to change. Yeah, one world government. You get it. Yes, this is a crazy theory. But you have things like Bitcoin and gold falling, right? And I don't care what people say. You guys have your own opinion on it. But like, I believe monetary systems need to change. And I honestly think things like Bitcoin, XRP, gold, and stuff are the ways to change it because you can't make more of those, right? Yeah, and you use fear. Guts. You know, Faunus getting with guts. I don't see it being impossible. I think one of them might die, or she might die to help save Casca or something. Because right now, Casca's mind is still broken. It's still in pieces, in the sense that she can't even relate to guts. Every time she sees them, she freaks out. Right? Sorry, not to go off topic, but like that's a very good question. So I think I could see Faunus sacrificing herself to save Casca as a sort of way to redeem herself because Faunus is going through a lot of maturity and she has some issues. Like she has a lot growing up to do, and which she has, and she's actually become one of my favorite characters because she is really developed. She's kind of like Vegeta. They were really bad at first, but then they kind of grow on you. But oh yeah, sorry, not to lose my train of thought. Um, so in the real world, right, they're trying to destabilize the monetary system. Like right now, if you have stocks, bonds, or mutual funds, like I have stocks and everything, things look fine, but it can't be fine. You're not making money, right? Nobody's making money right now. You can't go on a cruise. You can't take a plane trip. You can't even go out to eat. I was gonna go to Popeyes and McDonald's yesterday. I was like, you know what? Coronavirus, shit is getting real. You probably heard that, Kali B. But no, I was like, you know what? Let me go my happy ass home and make some patties in my house, right? Because yeah, even though they say young people survive from this thing, I don't want to roll the dice on that shit. Choking on my own mucus before I die. Anyways, no, seriously though. Um, yeah, so you do something like this, and then you throw any on new financial world or one world government that someone mentioned, which is brilliant. I didn't even think about that. That would be crazy. A one world government. You talk about, oh yeah, well, the thing is, I've always had supplies and stuff and everything. And if you guys haven't gotten supplies now, I would suggest start getting like canned foods and goods. Hey, and if toilets are all sold out, use baby wipes. Trust me. Like baby wipes. People don't realize it yet, but it's a really good thing to use. Yes, and there is a trick to this because even Warren Buffett and everybody, they know what was going on before. Like, all right, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist and using Berserk at that, but Berserk really holds some true factors in our own world. Bill Gates, you saw all of a sudden he stepped down as CEO, right? What happens when you step down as a CEO? It gives you freedom. We watch tons of movies like Batman, freaking when Bruce Wayne, and I'm bringing movies and stuff because that's what this is my realm, right? Or if you step down as king on stuff, if you don't have no responsibilities, right? So it allows you to go do whatever you need to do, like hide from a pandemic, like not be in the spotlight. You get what I'm saying? Tom Hanks and his wife, all of a sudden they isolate themselves wherever. Oh yeah, so the symptoms of the coronavirus are like runny nose, you have a fever, cough. It's like a flu, but the difference is you get shortness of breath. So it's hard to determine because like I have asthma, thank you military, but what it causes you to have flu-like symptoms with and fevers and stuff. But most people don't even realize they have it because some people they get and it just passes. What when it becomes more serious is like after 5 to 7 days, if you still have a cough and stuff and you're getting harder to breathe, that's when it's become more serious because it causes like a cystic fibrosis type deal where you stop being able to breathe properly on your own and yeah, you die. Oh, well, if you have a runny nose, that's fine. Just monitor it and isolate yourself. Like they literally said to isolate yourself. And like that means from people and pets too. So you want to stay away from the animals too. I don't they said it hasn't transferred to animals yet, but just be careful, you know, especially around like older people and very young children. So you don't want to risk anything like that. But yeah, so my whole point of this video is pretty much like, could this have been a plot to destabilize the world? Because we know Griffith, his intentions is to destabilize the world, and his true intentions are probably to sacrifice everybody for his own ideals and dreams. Either that or just be king of Falconia. But either way, it's nothing good for the whole of the people. There might seem like there's some benefits, but it's kind of like okay, you get to eat more food because you work for me. I don't know. Um, just wanted to hear y'all's thoughts on it because yeah, this is getting real scary. Like no joke. If you guys are not scared or worried about it, I'm proud of you because one thing that's always gotten me is like I've never really been afraid of like fighting people or like that's why I joined the military. I've never been afraid of people or doing what's right in general. But 10-second tests don't work. That's a fake. But all right, I'll do it for you. That's a 10-second test, but it was proven not to. Never mind. At least that's what Roche said. Who knows? But either way, the whole point is, I think the world is in a lot of trouble. Don't underestimate whatever's going on, and we have to do more research on this because honestly, what if they aligned us? What if this all made up just to destabilize the government? Just to enforce a new world economy, and then all of a sudden they come out with, oh, we have the U.S. coin dollar, or now all your debt is, change. Wait, my auntie's a nurse. She spoke with a doctor in the hospital. Wait, no, 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 don't fade. Oh gosh, why you fade? Okay, yeah, I've been few. Oh, well, that's good news, Marty of Carmen. Oh, Karim. Oh no. Yeah, I hope like the cases go away. Honestly, because this is what I was talking about before. I was making light of videos on why I'm so frustrated with Berserk, but we're running out of time. I do not want to die before I finish fucking Berserk. Holy shit, Muriel. I hope you could fucking see this video. You son of a bitch, wherever you are. You better be, man. And watching news, I bet you'd be like, Muriel catches coronavirus. I'd be like, you better resuscitate that ass and get back to writing because you are not dying. Yeah. Well, honestly, it's not okay for old people to die too because the scary thing about old people dying, like, I know as much as they call them boomers and millennials, they don't see eye to eye. The problem is not everybody is a jackass, right? I'm not gonna say names or stuff, but there's some good old people, right? Like your mentors. You must have a one or two mentor who you look up to, who's older than you. You don't want them dying because then that destabilizes everything. And you know what? We can still learn a lot. So, but anyways, you guys tell me what you think. I'll make a video later. I hear my dog's barking, so God knows what's going on downstairs. I'll go investigate. But tell me what you guys think. Over and out. Be safe out there. Don't be embarrassed to wear your mask. Did you believe Casca got the eye breaking concussion? Yeah, honestly, I think Casca or Guts are gonna die. One of them are gonna die. They can't. The at the rate of how Berserk is going, I don't see. Yeah, yeah, we need Ellis lessons, but I just don't see Casca or Guts having a happy ending in this thing. Yeah, me too. His dog form is badass. But hey, I'm gonna go for a second. Let me go check what's going on down there. I hear somebody crying too. I'll be back. Over and out.